Well, good evening, YouTube. Good evening, Rumble, and happy Tuesday to everyone. I hope you're doing good. And for everybody who is dealing with a little snow, brr, I hope you're staying warm. I know I've already gotten some pictures from home, and they've got snow. Let's just say it doesn't usually snow there. So, how's everyone doing? We are, of course, back in Moria. And we're getting ready to start the session play, We Cannot Get Out. So, you know what? Without further ado, let us get started, shall we? Oh, hello, happy Tuesday drive-by. Hope you had a good day. Hope you're staying warm. You're cold. Sorry to hear that. It's a little chilly everywhere right now, it seems.
Alas, that Balin, son of Fundin, believed he could reclaim Moria but with a small force. As the Company of the Ring learned, the number of the orcs and the might of Durin's Bane could not easily be turned aside.
Alright, so we have 9 skills on this bar. Nine skills and only 8 slots. Two seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, swap, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, swap, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, swap, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Actually, we want to swap. Damage and power regeneration are increased. Alright, that we'll have to do. Let's walk. Let's get started. Captain Ori, you have arrived at last. I feared we would be overwhelmed before you arrived, but with your strength we may yet push back the orcs. Oh, that Balin were still alive. We have need of his leadership against this horde of orcs. We must move with one mind, or we will not survive the fall of evening. I was cut off from Loni and Nali during the last attack. We must join them on the far side of the bridge, but many orcs have crawled up from the pit and stand between here and there. We must defeat them before yet more arrive. Alright, so we are playing as Ori. And of course, Ori was one of Balin's party. And in fact, he is even mentioned in Return to Moria. At last, take that! Were we wrong to come back to Khazad-dum, Captain? With Balin slain, this endeavor seems ready to fail. The orcs are too many. No, no, we will stand. I will die a dwarf. Let none call Loni a coward. Things are not well, Captain. There is no end to the creatures. For every orc we cleave, 2 more spring from the darkness. Still, we are the dwarves of Khazad-dum. We will not let these orcs drive us from the halls in which we have lived for years too few. We are decided, then. One last glorious stand against the orcs. I weep that none will sing of it, Captain Ori, but I am glad that I have such honorable and dependable dwarves by my side for its making. For Balin, for Khazad-dum, and for the glory of the dwarves. Make your stand against the orcs. And I would say Ori was, well, he did say he was a captain. And our main job is to keep Farrar alive. Look, to the right. They come from the main passage. And they mainly come after Farrar, which, amazing. Excuse me. Yeah. Quit it with the pokey things, okay? That's my job, usually. At the moment, it's not. We're turning the tide against them. Forward, forward. Hello, JB. Happy Tuesday. You're just in time to see us, well, do a very sad tale. All right, come on, gentlemen. Gather round. Moria War Captain. Get your butt over here. It's your turn. Hold, Captain. Something is not right here. I do not like this, Captain. Some shadow lies ahead. See how my hands tremble, and I have never quailed before any foe. A great evil waits down this passage, worse than all the evils we have seen this day. I do not think we can face this thing. We must retreat. We must fall back. We must escape across the bridge. And that would be a Balrog. Hi, bye. We're going this way. You other guys coming, or are you gonna be dumb butts? I guess they're gonna be dumb butt. Well, that's too bad. All right. Baruch Khazad! You coming, buddy? Quickly, bring Captain Ori back to the 21st Hall. Hey, Frar, you not coming with me? We have to get you out of here, Captain Ori. We must retreat and hope that we can hold them off there. I was not certain you would still be alive, Captain Ori, but I rejoice to see you so. I want you here for our last defense. We are still waiting for word from the scouts you sent west, but so far there has been nothing, and now the orcs have taken the bridge and the second hall and closed in on our position from all sides. We are certain to follow Frar and Noni and Nali, my captain, even if we hold out for a little while. Hark! Who is that? Is that one of the scouts? It is. He has returned from the west gate. My captain, I bring sad news. The pool has come all the way up to the wall at the west gate. There is no hope of escape that way. Noble Owen's mission has ended, and in failure. In surprise, he was taken by the watcher in the water, and the weapon he bore availed him not. The surrounding halls are filled with orcs, Captain. It was all I could do to make it back here, but it has been for nothing. What can we do? It is hopeless. There must be something we can do, right, Captain? What can we do, Captain? We have no hope of standing against them here in the hall. They will overwhelm us with their vast numbers. Billy listens to your plan and his face hardens, his eyes stern and bright. You are right, Captain. We will retreat to the chamber of Mazarbul and make what stand we may. There we may last long enough to make them feel the sting of our axes and hearken our battle cries. Yes, JB, it is probably one of the saddest stories in Khazad-dum. Captain Ori, I would have a word with you. Now that it comes down to it, Captain, I grieve that our return to Moria has been so brief and so full of sorrow. Was Balin wrong to lead us here, and to expect that whatever curse lay upon these halls had been lifted? It is too late now to ask such things, but I would not have this hopeful journey come to such an end, to be forgotten forever, to come to nothing. Captain Ori, I beg you, finish writing our account in the book where such things are recorded. There it is, on the tomb we erected for Lord Balin. It was begun by others, but I would have you finish it. I do not want our fate to be forgotten. So we will write the final pages of the Book of Mazarbul. The one that, we read to learn what was going on. And here they come. Ah, one of our dwarves has died. Oh. They've shortened this. It used to be a lot longer. A Zog will send you back to your maker. Alright. Let's do this, Mazog. To me, my ally slay my enemy. You cheap bastard. Couldn't win a fair fight, so you gotta send in reinforcements, huh? One dwarf. All you had to do was defeat one dwarf, and you couldn't do it. So you had to bring in all your buddies. If that had been a fair fight, we would have gotten him. But it wasn't a fair fight. And thus, Balin's company fell.
I do not know if things will be different this time. We must prepare for the storm.
If there is hope to be found in the leaves of Mazarbul, Thormurn, I could not see it. If we are to survive where Balin's dwarves did not, we will need to prepare for the coming storm. It may not be possible, but we will at least make a stand.
The company of Balin, son of Fundin, came to a foul end in the dark halls of Moria. Durin's bane is gone, but many orcs still dwell within those halls. Can the returning dwarves maintain their hold? The orcs prepare for war, and the dwarves must do the same.
We must make the Chamber of the Crossroads ready for war.
Dwarves in my company have gone to work the forges of Nor-Kalab.
We must make the Chamber of the Crossroads ready for war.
I fear that we will meet the same fate as Balin's expedition if we do not prepare for battle, Thormurn. If Ashpar is to be believed, the vengeance of Mazog, his host, may be swift. We cannot rest until we are prepared for the worst. We must be ready to meet this onslaught, and if we are lucky, we will not be doomed as Balin was, whose road was yet unknown to him. My dwarves, Slothy, Sigden, and Thalfi, here in the Chamber of the Crossroads, must be told of the situation. You should do anything they ask to help them prepare for the coming storm. The great delving, at least, will be ready.
If we are to find Mithril and Khazad-dum, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
I do not like that well. I looked down it and I couldn't see the bottom, but I'm pretty sure there's water down there. It makes me nervous. What if the orcs find the bottom of the well and try climbing up? They could use it to get into this room without the sentries noticing. I don't need to tell you what a disaster that would be. I'd feel better if you could find the bottom of the well and make sure there's no way for the orcs to climb up into this chamber. Melmore went looking for it, but I never heard back from him. I don't know how you'll get to the bottom safely, but you should find a way down to the waterworks, and then look for Narag Kalab, the bottom of the well. I expect you will find it southwest of the mighty aqueduct in the depths. Don't jump down the well itself, though, unless you think you could fall for uncounted fathoms and land alive on your feet. Okay, that's one.
Welcome to Khazad-dum. Stay and speak with me a moment.
Bosi has tried to keep it quiet, but rumor travels quickly in the passages of Moria. Most of us are now aware of Balin's end. They were surrounded. Orcs from the east and below, and the terrible creature in the pool by the Holland Gate. We cannot afford for that to happen again, Thormurn. But if it does, it is my responsibility to make sure that we have enough supplies to withstand a long siege. I want you to leave Moria and speak to Thorgnir just outside the doors of Durin. Tell him to send as much food as he has to spare and to arrange for more on a regular schedule. We will not be put in the same dire place as Balin's company. I would see us avenge them, so they may then rest in long peace beneath the stones. Alright, we need to go get food. Yeah, I don't think you were the other one. I think the other one is... I want to say over here. Nope, maybe I'm wrong. Alright, where's number 3? Where is number 3? Maybe we should, there. Put on a little bit of speed. He's not a hunter for nothing. Nope, you are not him. You! I would like to speak with you.
Stand and speak with me. The fate of Khazad-dum hangs in the balance.
Do you think we will be ready by the time the orcs attack us? I do not know if we will. If the orcs knew how vulnerable we are now, they would not delay. They would attack us within the very hour. My cousin Spore has taken it upon himself to scout the approaches to the Chamber of the Crossroads. If the orcs have any plans to attack soon, he will see the signs and can warn us in time. Please go help him with his patrol. I am anxious for Spore to have some assistance, should any unsavory foe meander across his path. Alright, now we need to go out there.
It is said that Durin's bane dwells here, though we have not seen it.
If you are keen of eye and strong of arm, I would welcome your company on my patrol, Thormurn. Let us scout for any sneaking orcs that might think to gain some advantage by spying on the approaches to the Chamber of the Crossroads. Stay alert. Orc spies could be anywhere. Well, now I know exactly what we're looking for. Orc spies. A job well done. Tell Sigden what help you were. Well, we only had to kill one orc. One lone stinking orc. That doesn't seem like much. That's not a spying patrol much as it is some orc that just wandered off course.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dum.
You did well, Thormurn, and I am pleased that you were there with Spore when he ran into trouble. My cousin is valiant and brave, but some challenges are simply too much for a single dwarf. 2 dwarves, however, can handle anything. Ha! Thank you, my friend. Perhaps we will be ready in time after all. Alright, so, we want to go...
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
How are we doing on our bag space? Not absolutely fantastic, but first thing we're going to do is go to Dolben View, because I want to pick up those daily quests real quick. Oh, and hello, random person. I hope you're having fun. Got a captain over there playing with the Warg Rider. Probably doing pretty well for himself. Captains are pretty sturdy class. You know, ever since they opened up the classes to all the races, I don't know who's what anymore. That could have been anything. Used to be, I think the captain could only be human. No, I think they could also be elf. But I can't remember for certain. I remember runekeepers could not be human or hobbit. They had to be dwarf or elf. Now they can be anybody. Alright, so we got here. Oh, now we have a third one. We have one called the spider nest, which requires an infused adamant that we do not have. So we're going to go back to the training hall. Get that. Here's your garnet. Excuse me while I munch on a little food. Get myself ready here. Oh, I was going to say I didn't do that in that session play, but I couldn't do that in that session play. I wasn't playing as myself.
Many armories and forges of the dwarves lie dormant in Khazad-dum, awaiting the hands of their masters. One such has been claimed by the orcs of Moria for a training hall. If the forge is to see service again, the orcs must be driven forth.
Alright, come on, guys. That's right. Come on over here. I'd like to have some words with you. You are no longer welcome in Moria. Alright, you little pipsqueaks. Ha! There's such little pipsqueaks. I don't know where they got those from, but they're certainly not full-grown orcs. Alright. Only one guy left. And he's down. Dang. We filled up that bag quick. It's full of junk. Alright, my good dwarf.
Welcome to Khazad-dum. Have you aught to trade?
Yeah, I do. I have stuff to sell you. I have much stuff to sell you. Gleaming sword. Nah, that's junk. Roger's axe. Can I get rid of that? I'm not sure yet. We can... we can get rid of that. Oh, that's right. We're not getting rid of that. Yeah, I don't know why I hold on to these. I never, ever use them. I really don't. Oh, wait. Okay, Flick's necklace. The other one. Bosi's necklace. Okay, we can get rid of both of those. It gives us 2 more spaces. That is not a huge amount of space, but hey, we're going to take any little bit we get, right?
Greetings, traveler!
Well, greetings to you too. Alright, and here we want the mithril slaves.
I would be grateful for your assistance.
Oh, I know you would. Don't worry, we are going in.
Dwarves are not alone in their search for mithril. Orcs and goblins toil within the barren mines, seeking some small vein of Moria silver to use against the free peoples, or at least to keep it from them.
Make sure I'm on the right. Yeah, no, wait, I'm not. I need precision. I might as well get rid of these guys while I'm waiting. Hello. I thought y'all would never get down here. There's the other one I pulled from upstairs. Okay. All right, next. I got him while he was climbing over the railing. That's funny. And the boss. Dang it. He got off his heel after all. Oh well. That's okay. That is not going to last him for long. I just got to learn how to stun him a little bit faster. Okay. And fun fact, it is not that much faster to click on the portrait and leave instance than it is to just run back to the door and leave the instance. I thought that was kind of weird. You would have thought it would have been a lot faster, but because this is such a small space, it literally is like maybe 2 seconds slower to do it this way. And of course, excuse me.
You shall need to be better equipped should you venture into Khazad-dum.
Yeah, maybe if you had some gear for me, we could discuss that. But since you don't, leave my gear alone. That it? Okay. Okay, go ahead and turn that in. Those are done for the day.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dum.
Now we can go to Durin's Threshold. I love those that they're just so quick. Even when they were well over his level, they were pretty quick to do. And considering it's about the only way he's been getting his ancient scripts, I'm really appreciative of that. I love how it takes us a different way than I'm used to going to get between Durin's Threshold and I get why I don't know. I can never remember the name of the place we just left, even though I'm there so much. The Dolven View. Now, we need to go outside and talk to Thormurn. And And unlike with Balin's company, it does not look like the water has risen. I forget some of the names too. It is easy to do.
Greetings, friend. Are you lost?
So the troubles within Moria have begun already. I am not surprised that they have come, but I did not expect that they would be upon us so soon. I would have urged more caution, but I held my tongue. Bosi and Broger are capable dwarves, and I did not wish to heed the warnings of my heart. I approve of this decision to order an increased frequency of deliveries into Moria. I have long said that food has been too slowly sent into the mines, for any number of obstacles could besiege our supplies within or outside of the mines. I will give you the first of these deliveries, bring it to Slothy in the Chamber of the Crossroads, and tell him that more will follow. All right, thank you, sir. I will bring them the supplies forthwith. And we're just going to be lazy, and we're just going to take a stable ride right there.
The House of Durin will live forever!
Thank you very much. The funny thing is, one of the places I consistently forget the name of is Dolvenview. And it's like one of the first places you go to in Moria. I could tell you that you go take a left or take a right, go down from Dolvenview. You find yourself in the Silvertine Lodes. You have a doorway to the Way of Smiths. Go through the passage of the Way of Smiths, go out the other side, you're at the Redhorn Lodes. From the Redhorn Lodes, you can get to Waterworks, or you can get to the Foundation of Stone, or you can get to the Second Hall. But asked me to remember the name of Dolvenview, the very first place you go to, practically. And I'm like, derp. Oh, and I almost forgot, you can also get to the Flaming Deeps. Actually, I think you could get to the Flaming Deeps from Redhorn Lodes or from Waterworks. Now, who are we talking to about this? Over here.
The House of Durin will live forever!
Ah, the first of several deliveries from Thorgnir, I hope. Good, good. We won't be shut off from the outside world and caught unawares this time. We will be ready for anything. Alright, so. Normally I would do the fun thing, but we're gonna wait till later, because we have not done
Return soon to his halls.
Waterworks at all. So let's see. Trying to think. That's an awful scary prospect. Okay. I could have sworn from Durin's Threshold there's a goat to Waterworks. And yet there isn't one from Dolvenview. Let's go to Dolvenview and double check that. Because that would not make a lot of sense. And now I want to find out. I mean, I know I can get there on my own. Because I know how to get there. That's easy enough. Yeah, it's, you could go through the Silvertine Lodes, and past the Silvertine Lodes is Waterworks. I've been there plenty of times. I can get there on my own, but I could have sworn that at Dorn's Threshold, I saw a goat that said Rotting Cellar. Which doesn't make sense, since that's Dorn's Threshold, and Rotting Cellar is much closer to Dolbenview. And now I'm...
These halls will be
Nope,
great
okay.
once more.
We have one here. The Rotting Cellar. We're spending a goodly bit of coin to get there. A good thing Thormurn has a goodly bit of coin on him. Well, we're at it. Since we have not done Waterworks yet, we get to do the quest there. I didn't bother doing it because I knew that the epic takes us down here. I'm like, you know what? I'll just wait. Oh man, I should have brought all that stuff to my vault. Oh well. We are going to have... We're going to have bag space problems, that's for certain. The more I see Thormurn's poor little bags, the more I debate whether or not I should get him a couple months of VIP or not. And there's the door to Old Silvertine City. That was fun. And down into the waterworks we go. Yeah, it really wouldn't have made sense to have a stable from Dorn's Threshold to the Rotting Cellar, and not one from Dolbenview to the Rotting Cellar. That would have made no sense. Can clear this one off for the moment. I know the Rotting Cellar has like, I don't know, about 400,000 quests in it. Okay, that's probably a bit of an exaggeration. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it though. Okay, not you I want to talk to yet. Ah, you over here.
A house of Durin will live forever!
Well met, Thormurn. So, Simi sent you down here, did he? He must not like you very much, then. No, 'twas but a jest. It's just a bit damp down here, but you get used to it, as long as you can keep the mold out of your beard. I have been studying the creatures of Moria since I arrived, as much as I can without being devoured by them at any rate, and have learned a few things. If you would be willing to aid me, I'm sure we can uncover their secrets.
Hear me out, friend, for I have a tale of glory to tell.
I'm curious to know more about what lurks in the depths of the waterworks. I've identified 3 major forms of creatures here: toads, lizards, and spiders, all of them vile, creeping things. I want to know more about them, however, and how we might stem their growth. If you would bring me back some examples of the specimens, I shall be able to determine what eats what, and perhaps I can find a way to put them against each other. Alright. So he wants us to kill some creatures and get samples.
Khazad-dum belongs to Durin's folk.
I'm not going down to the banks again. Not what after those leeches did to my legs the last time. I have a solution that I believe will get rid of them, but I will not try it. If you want to go down to the water and pour this in, you may feel free to do so. There are 4 places that are particularly bad, all near dead goblins. These corpses are probably their primary food source when they cannot find my legs. You say for science? The dwarves are doing a lot of things down here for science. Excuse me, I know you have a quest.
Khazad-dum belongs to Durin's folk!
Welcome to the rotting cellar, but I would not become too comfortable here. There's a strange fungus spreading throughout these deeps, and it threatens the expedition's success. We're not certain whence it came, but I have a suspicion. I believe the fungus should be spreading through the water. We must know where this growth is coming from. Take this cloth strip and dip it in the waters below. If it changes color, then things are indeed quite bad. Return to me with the results. Alright. That one is easy enough. We just have to go down to the bottom of the water and dip this cloth in. Although I don't know if they would actually have such a thing. Maybe. They are dwarves. Who knows what they might have. Looks like a good spot to use the cloth. The white cloth turns green as the water soaks it. Always found this place rather fascinating and humongous. I had a friend I used to play this with long time ago. Like, 13, 14 years ago. Who used to say that this was just completely unrealistic and the whole mountain would just cave in on itself because this is too big a cavern to sustain itself. And I'm like, yeah, but it's fantasy. Well, but it's still unrealistic.
We will reclaim Khazad-dum for thine Ironfoot!
So it is in the water. That is disturbing indeed, but perhaps to our advantage. I must ponder this information further. Orcs are a tricky foe, but I have never had to fight a fungus growth like this before. So he's going to ponder things. And while he's pondering things, hi.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dum.
No, you don't have any upgrades for me yet. I thought it was supposed to be like every 5 levels the legendaries needed to be reforged. I have yet had to reforge these. There are caverns that are deep and wide, though. I don't know. There are. Although, technically, are they this deep and wide? Still. It's fantasy. It doesn't have to be 100% accurate. Oh, I forgot the turtles. And the toads. The toads are part of the samples, okay. Alright, there's one of the leeches. Or the goblins that are infested with leeches. Newt toxin. Apparently that was the 3rd corpse. You know, I never bothered to figure out which corpse was which. I just went, oh look, there's a goblin corpse. Let me test this toxin out on it. I know there's one around here somewhere. Where is it? At least I could have sworn there was. Isn't there? Oh wait, maybe over here. Yeah. I knew it had to be in the vicinity. Or maybe that was the one I just did. Okay, I'm an idiot. That was the one I just did. Whoa, let's look up. This is probably one of the most impressive places in Moria. Because it's just so gigantic. Another creature sample. I used to hate this place, but now I just love looking at all the little things in it. A frog's like, hey, aren't you gonna come attack me? I'm like, nah, I'm good. You can keep your little pink tongue to yourself with your little pink, foggy effect. Not interested right now. Ah. Another one of our unfortunate goblins. Not that I'm worried about them dying or being unfortunate. In fact, it's fortunate for us. Might as well get rid of that too. Oh, I was gonna say. That didn't do that to me after it died. There was another one behind me I didn't notice. Yeah, ribbit. And I know we got spiders up here, including some stealth spiders. And they count for the sample, so yay. And there's one of our stealth spiders right there. I've discovered the Lost Palace. I've discovered another spider. The glass spiders are kind of neat. They also remind me of an old David Bowie song called Glass Spiders. We got all our creature samples, but of course we got to stop here and fiddle with a mirror. You stand before a mirror deep within the waterworks. It is used to illuminate these flooded depths, but has been twisted out of position. The creatures of the deeps loathe the light it reflects, but that very light is the greatest hope for the expedition. Perhaps shifting its angle will return much needed light to the waterworks. I don't think there's anything to find in here. Guess we'll find out real quick. I mean, the sage's locker. I don't need the scholar supplies quite that badly. Other than that, nope, nothing else. Alright, so. Only thing we have left on our radar is 2 more goblins. Oh wait, no, we gotta go back, I forgot, there's one more thing up here. Oh my god, I'm an idiot, I almost forgot this. But I guess it is a little thing, it's easy to forget. Where is it? Excuse me. Nah. Yeah, you can just go back where you came from. Nestled among the webs of the glass spiders, you find a brooch. It features a green leaf veined with silver. The name Gearfast is engraved in the back. You find it odd that a brooch of Lothlorien bears the name of a dwarf. So we gotta take that back to the 21st hall. Of course, in that time that it took us to go back and get that, we got respawn. Because of course we did. I was gonna say, you could show yourself anytime now. Now we need to find 2 more dead goblins. And might as well kill as many things as we can while we're at it. What if the frogs still do the whole paint gauzy thing when you get licked by them? Used to be quite hilarious. Ah, there's another one. And we're just missing one more. And I didn't give it a chance to do what it does to see if it actually still does it. I could have sworn the last one was here somewhere. Yep. I thought he was on a dwarf's beard. That was all easy enough. Of course, we forgot to go check for the bottom of the well, but we will be running all over the place there anyway, so it don't matter. Hello.
Azog's folk have not yet fully repaid for their crimes against us.
Excellent work. I can see the reflected light from here. There is much of Khazad-dum buried beneath the waters here. Without that light, we would never be able to fully map and explore it. Well, you're welcome.
Durin's folk will defy Durin's bane.
So you spread it everywhere you saw leeches. Excellent. Hopefully soon it will be safe to explore once more. Alright, you.
Welcome to Khazad-dum.
These samples are exactly what I need to break the mysteries of the waterworks. With these, I can figure out the feeding hierarchy and determine the most effective creature for us to strike.
Hear me out, friend, for I have a tale of glory to tell.
I studied the samples you brought me, and have determined how we can best thin out everything down here with one simple stroke. The deep toads are the key to the survival of the lizards and spiders. To strike the deep toads will be to strike their predators as well. How, you ask? The lizards are unaffected by the venom of the spiders, and so the spiders cannot weaken them, making them undesirable prey for the spiders. Also, the lizards have enough cunning to avoid the webs of the spiders. The toads, on the other hand, are nearly mindless in contrast. Lizards and spider alike have little difficulty trapping and devouring the toads. So if you remove the toads, the spiders and lizards will have no choice but to fall upon each other. Will you do this? Sure. As soon as I empty my bags. Because I just opened my bag and I went, oh yeah, I'm getting a little full here. Yes, me.
Welcome to Khazad-dum. Have you aught to trade?
Well, I could sell you all this junk. I have that to trade. There you go. Thank you very much. Thank you for the free repairs. Well, they weren't so free, but they weren't that expensive. Now somebody else. You.
If we are to find Mithril in Khazad-dum, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
The goblins keep smashing the dwarf lamps. Without them, we cannot safely find our way through the halls and move supplies between the camps we have established through Khazad-dum. We either have to find more materials to craft more lamps, or find a replacement. The latter may be easier, now that I think of it. I believe we can use bits of glass spider legs to replace the crystals. In order to do this, though, I will need a great many of those legs. If you would, go out and hunt down some glass spiders and bring me their legs. You can find a good many of the beasts to the west near the Lost Palace. So, you think... So he thinks that using spider legs... You know, I never did understand that. Because once you kill the spider and remove its legs, and doesn't the legs stop glowing? I mean, isn't that usually how it works with luminescent creatures? I don't think their body parts continue to glow long past their removal. We need toads and spiders. Maybe their legs are stained. Maybe. Toad. Surprisingly, we only need 8 of those. Might as well get this salamander out of the way, though. Oh, there's a glass spider. Oh, but there's a worm. Oh, and I forgot there's, what do they call them? They're kind of elites, but technically they're considered normal elites. They're not much more powerful than their regular counterparts. But they're considered elite. So there's a couple of them down here, I remember, if I remember right. One of them's like a pink glowworm. And I think There's a frog version down here, or a toad version. There might be a lizard version, but I definitely remember the pink glowworm. Alright, we're done with the toads. Might as well go up here. We want spiders. There's plenty of spiders to be had up here. Alright, halfway done with that. Too far away. Well, I gotta be on top of the thing practically. Three more. I was gonna say, there's usually a couple down that way. Alright, and while we're out this way, we should probably start looking for the bottom of the well. There's some pretty neat places in here anyway. So, while we're out this way, we should probably also see if we could find the other stable. So this is the Drowned Deep. And I think we are not quite... Yep. There's where we're looking for. Khazad-dum. I think that's the right way to say it.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dum.
But of course, this is another instance, and I can't remember which one it is. Of course, my level's too low. I want to say this is the Drowned Treasury. I haven't done these too much. The Watcher. Oh, is this the Watcher? Okay. So the Drowned Treasury is somewhere else. The Kraken. Alright. Did they put a wall on this so we can't jump over it? They sure did. Stinkers. Well, while we're taking a quick tour on the way to the bottom of the well, we might as well stop at that tourist trap. That had to have been a gigantic one of those crystals. Yep, here we go. The Great Wheel. That thing was gigantic. That's a big old water wheel. We actually shouldn't be too far away from the bottom of the well. Let's see. No, we're not too far away from it. I have discovered Narag-Kalab.
If it were not for the prospect of finding Mithril, I would not have come here.
This is it. Do you see that hole in the cave ceiling above us? That's the bottom of the well in the Chamber of Crossroads. I don't think we need to worry about orcs climbing up, though. Oi, draw your weapon. Yeah, I can't even see that far up, dude. Okay. Time to do some fighting. Many foes approach. Can't remember, it's like 4 or 5 waves. Usually relatively basic. Enraged flood lizard. Then we get some toads. Marauding deep toads. I love the names they give them. Lizards again. Oh, we got the fuzzy effect from the toad this time. It doesn't last particularly long, but it does turn the screen all pink and fuzzy. This is getting ridiculous. Here comes a big one. Tongue Lasher. I love the name they gave it. Tongue Lasher. You have defended Melmor from his foes. Tell Buffy he need not worry, this place is well protected by toads and lizards. right. The life is going to be really interesting when they start opening up the 64-bit servers. I imagine it is going to be quite the S show for a while, as people try their hardest to get their favorite characters, their favorite character names. People that have tons of characters are going to be pissed when they lose out on character names. Yeah, VIP can save up to 3 character names. That's it. They're not letting us VIP save all of them. So it's like, you had best be certain you know which ones you want to save. And very hopeful that if you have more than 3 that you are very fond of, that your names are obscure enough that you don't lose them in the process of the changeover. And I'm actually seriously considering getting Thormurn VIP now, so that when that time comes, I don't lose his name. The 3-month VIP is a good deal, you say. Yeah, I know, because that's what I use for my main account. The account that I play, my Runekeeper and my Mariner on. Thormurn started out as a character that it's like, okay, here's the best way to get LOTRO points in the starter zones character. And as things evolved, I kind of grew fond of the fella. I mean, he's a good dwarf. He's a good solid dwarf. And he's been a lot of fun. so we found the bottom of the well. So that part of the main story is done. We did a bunch of stuff down there for the other dwarves. That's a small wheel by comparison to the great wheel. A little bitty thing. You're the one looking to repair the statue. Yes, I believe I saw some orcs dragging its torso into the... Okay, thank you for that.
The lords of Moria have returned.
Excellent work, Thormurn. I have faith that soon the creatures in the waterworks will no longer be a threat, and we will be able to retake it with ease. Alright, what do we got? Well, that would be good if Thormurn used any sort of magic, but he doesn't. Nah. So, really none of these. We'll just take what's most expensive. And we can't because our bags are full. Hold that thought. Hold that thought, Mr. Dwarf. I should have totally thought to check that. Holy smokes, we got all sorts of junk. Excuse me.
Welcome to Khazad-dum. Have you aught to trade?
I have a whole bunch of junk to sell you. I'm gonna be standing here for a minute selling stuff to you. Hope you don't mind. I don't know why I'm keeping the essences right now. I have not seen a bit of gear that uses essences lately. Is that even a thing still? Where is my... Oh, 21st Hall. Very good.
The day of the dwarves is coming.
Alright, we're done with you for the moment. You're kind of behind on all the new stuff. You miss the old legendary weapons. Yeah. I've complained about the new legendary system myself.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
Yes, looking at these, they may do well for a shoddy replacement. Thank you for not breaking them into too many pieces.
Abide here a moment and speak with me.
I polished up and tinkered with these glass spider legs as much as I can. There is not more I can do. Either they will work, or we shall be wandering in the dark. Unfortunately, I have too much to do here, or I would repair the lamps myself. I will have to leave the task in your capable hands. The posts are all over Gabblemunds, southwest of here. Go out there and repair those lampposts and return to me when you are done. So we're going to put that aside for the moment because if I remember right, we're going to be back down here again. And we're going to be wandering more of Waterworks. For the moment, I want to go to the 21st Hall, I believe. 21st Hall and Chamber Crossroads.
The House of Durin will live forever!
And we're just gonna use our fast travel to 21st Hall. Because it's just easier. But yeah. I think in some ways I'm starting to like the new legendary system, but in other ways I feel like they intentionally monetized it way too much. So, not really particularly thrilled with that part of it. Alright, where is Gear Fast? He's got to be nearby. Maybe it'd help if I did that. Not you. Ah, over here.
These halls will be great once more.
Where did you find this? In a web in the waterworks, you say? This belonged to my great-great-great-grandfather, whose name I now bear. Thank you for bringing this to me. Right, so we have brought him his great-great-great-grandfather's pendant. Now, unfortunately, that necklace will not do us any good.
There was trade between the dwarves of Moria and the elves.
Or else I would keep it. What is this? There. Alright. Break these all down. You play the game on hard difficulty to make it almost feel like vanilla. I think I haven't done that on Thormurn, but I do that on my Mariner. Not much higher.
The day of the dwarves is come.
But I should. Needful haste duration. I already have one of those. Lingering wound damage. Induction bow damage. I think I don't want to keep any of those. I do want to put that away. I do want to put that away. And I guess I'll put that away. But these I will break down. And I will break that. Oh, after I unlock it, I guess. So that got me some motes. And what else can we ditch in here? I really don't need all this food. Really don't need a lot of this stuff I'm holding on to. Do I want... No, I don't want to swap those out yet. And... Oh, I guess we could swap those. Hold on. Only lose a slight bit of health. We gain a little bit of power, and we do get that 10% chance to receive plus 37 to morale on hit. Not the greatest. Not the greatest
Greetings, friend.
heal in the world, but hey. Better than nothing, right? Do I keep this one? No, I can get rid of Broger's axe too. That gives us a little more space. So, yay. And that gives us 700 ancient script. So we might actually be able to do something with that. Of course, right now, we don't want to leave Moria because we just used our port to the 21st hull. And it'll be almost 55 minutes before we can use it again. So we need to go back to Chamber of Crossroads.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
Alright. I just need to go to the Chamber of Crossroads. I don't need the information about the orcs because I'm a dwarf. I already know this. You know, it's funny. Even when you turn down the gamma and the light in Moria, it is still not nearly as dark as it used to be when years and years and years ago when Moria was still relatively new. I'm talking about like, trying to think. I know it was before Rohan. I'm trying to think if Dunlin was already out at that point. It was like 2010, so I can't remember. It was 15 years ago. But I do remember it was really dark in parts of Moria to the point where you literally couldn't tell the ground from a cliff, and you could easily fall over the side to your death. Let's just say it looked like the dark, scary hole that Moria is supposed to be. That's who we're talking to this time.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dum.
You say that Melmor found the bottom of the well, and that he is confident that the orcs cannot climb it. That is good news. I am less worried now about its presence. We may do all right after all, my friend. Thank you for investigating this for me. And we're getting another tracery.
I hope we have done enough, friend.
You have indeed done as I asked. Now I can but hope that it will be enough. The great delving, at least, is sufficiently at the ready. We were fortunate that Mazog has not yet made his move. All right, what do we got? So we got one. Okay, they both got 29 agility. They both have 10 vitality. They both have 94 armor. They both have 71 critical rating. But one has plus 99 to evade. The other has plus 61 to physical mastery. think we're going to go with the evade.
The dwarves at the Heart of Fire must prepare for an attack.
My heart dares to hope that we will be prepared for when the orcs mount their attack. There is still time in which to prepare. We must make the most of it. Travel to the Way of Smiths among the Silvertine Lodes and lend your aid to the dwarves working in the Heart of Fire. The hammer blow may fall hardest there if Mazag were to learn the importance of those forges to our continued resistance. Stothkol is in charge of the effort there. Go to him with my commendation of your merits. The Heart of Fire. Alright, what else did we get? 25 agility, 8 vitality, 99 critical. Okay. Not bad. Try the Hunter Bubble. Why do I get the feeling I already have that somewhere? Yeah, right here. On the axe. Cry the Hunter Bubble. And actually I have a better one on the axe, because this one has a 64 raid. 64 evade and 31.5% bubble potency. This one only has a 60 evade. So we could break that one. Of course, I have to take the stable back because we do not have a fast travel for a little while.
These halls will be great once more.
And that is 21st Hall. While we're doing that, what is on sale this week? Oh, that's right, inventory. Very tempting. He could definitely use a couple more inventory slots, couldn't he? But at the same time, if I decide to go with a 3-month VIP, he's going to unlock a lot of that by default. So I'm holding off on that. Shared storage he could get. He's definitely not going to unlock any of that with some VIP. Or any more of it, I don't think. Inventory, 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 inventory. Alright, so nothing absolutely stellar stood out there. Although, if you are free to play and you're collecting your LOTRO points, I do highly recommend getting extra bag space. The bags are pretty constrictive when you're free to play. This I can attest to. I notice they do that in a lot of MMOs though. Actually, this is not the worst of the games I've come across either. Elder Scrolls Online is absolutely horrible about this. It's not only your bag space that's constrictive, your vault space is constrictive too. You get this very, very little bit of vault space. And it's not just for one character, it's for all your characters. And wait, I have to say Guild Wars 2 does this as well. So you get a vault that works across all your characters, but you get very little space in that vault. And then you have to buy more space. At least in LOTRO, each character gets its own vault. And you can buy a decent amount of vault space with in-game gold before you have to start even considering going into the cash shop. So LOTRO has a big plus in storage space for that. Yep, And that's true. And just playing the game gets you LOTRO points. You do quest deeds, exploration deeds, slayer deeds. You can get a good bit of LOTRO points just playing the game. In fact, I did have a friend on Crick Hollow who never spent a dime of his own, but managed to unlock just about the whole game. And in fact, I think the only money that was ever spent was that we bought him a Christmas present one year of some LOTRO points. That was it.
Welcome to Khazad-dum.
So, I'll break that. Put that back. Now I've just put away a couple of things. Leggings. Now which of these is better? 84 armor. This... I really like these. But they have about 10 less armor, 4 less agility. They have more vitality. They also have in-combat power regen, evade rating, crowd control duration, which I rarely use crowd control skills. I should probably do that more often. And out-of-combat run speed. If I change the boots and the leggings out and break the 3-piece set, what is the effect going to be? So 1726 morale. My big worries are the agility and the vitality. So 385 and 237. Yeah, it's actually still not worth it. So we're still better off with the tracker set that we got earlier.
The House of Durin will live forever! The Lords of Moria have returned!
Okay, we can sell that. Talk to Stoffkel. Ah, that's right. We have to go to the Heart of Fire, which means back to the Silvertine Lodes. And we are now up to 740 ancient script, but still 40 minutes until we can port back to the 21st Hall. I mean, we could port to Rivendell, but then we would pretty much be stuck there. Stelden, Mickle Delving, Oscaruth, Rivendell. Ah, that's right, the Rivendell's the pretty looking one.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dum.
Alright, back to Dolphin View, please. I keep forgetting they have us go all over the place. And we still have not done the quest in Doran's Way. We haven't completed Waterworks yet, so we got a bunch of stuff there. We haven't done the quest in Second Hall, but I'm pretty sure we'll get to it. We have not done Jazzergun yet, which means we also have not done the Fanged Pet. Not my favorite place. We have not done the quest on the other side of Door to the Clouds. There is a metric ton of quests in Moria. If they made every zone as quest heavy as they did this one, people would never have a problem leveling up. They would just have quests for days. Like they call it the wide halls. I mean, technically, yeah. Comparatively speaking to a dwarf, they're pretty wide halls. The broad ways. Well, what's the difference between wide ways and broad ways? I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. A lonely span. That's a far fall. Evandom has a lot of quests and the snowy area. Oh yeah, Evandom also jokingly referred to as Everswim. Yes, it does. It has a ton of quests. And that's not even if you take into account a Numinous. And which snowy area? Misty Mountains or Forest Shell? Because they both have a fair bit of quests. Okay. Yes, Forest Shell definitely does have a lot of quests too.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
Alright, we'll go to the Silvertine work site. I think they have finally cleaned up a few of the stable paths. Some of them don't seem quite as wonky as they used to. And there's a couple that still scrape the wall and get stuck for a few seconds. But I haven't found too many wild goat rides yet. Down, 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 down we go. I was going to say, there should be a Moria guard there. There usually is. And now it's a dead Moria guard. I don't usually see another mob along this path. Okay. Not like that was hard to take care of. So they're in this cavern that's full of these egg sacs. Are you telling me none of these are ever hatching? Or are they just killing them as soon as they hatch? That's what I'd like to know. I don't think I'd be particularly comfortable here. Alright, Dothkel is at the center fort. Hello, Dothkel.
With your help, we will be ready for anything!
It is true that this rumor that the orcs are planning some great assault on us. I was afraid it was so. I do not need Bosi's recommendation to know that you are an asset to our efforts here. Were it not for you, the Heart of Fire would still be sealed to us.
With your help, we will be ready for anything!
My lieutenant will tell you how best to help us with the preparations, Thormurn. I would trust Rink Stronghammer with my life. Ask him what should be done, and make it so. We here in the Heart of Fire will stand against the orcs until the very end. And then, if all else seems lost, we will shut the door. We will only do so at the greatest need, though. Help Rink with the preparation for our defense. And the time until we must shut the door may be long put off. Alright, he is... Is that Rink? Yes, that's Rink.
What foul and name?
Back down to the waterworks.
I know not.
Goblins can move quickly when they want to. The filthy creatures are not very intelligent, but they can still do a lot of damage if they coordinate their attacks. If we disrupt their ability to communicate, they may be less effective at organizing a serious attack on the Heart of Fire. Scouts have reported that goblin runners are moving throughout the waterworks, running and swimming and creeping and crawling. If you defeat many of these runners, they will be less able to signal the timing of their attack. The more time we have to construct barricades and other defenses, the better off we will be. Disrupting goblin communication in the waterworks will buy us this time. I didn't realize we were going back to the waterworks that quickly. Good thing I didn't decide to stick around and finish everything.
If only the elves were not so stiff-necked, we might make a swift victory of this endeavor.
There is nothing more frustrating for a skilled dwarf craftsman than having the use of a great forge such as this without enough raw material with which it can be utilized. And if there is anything more irksome than that, it is the knowledge that when the orcs attack, we might not have been able to equip our people with sufficient weapons and armor. It is my understanding that you aided Lord Bosi's son in taking weapons, armor, and helms from the orcs, so that his assault on the White Hand and Moria would be victorious. You were just the right dwarf for the job then. We have sent scouts throughout Moria, and they have cataloged a list of likely places to find such weapons. I will give you this catalog so you may keep track of the places you have searched for usable weapons. Oh yeah, that one, a little bit annoying, but we'll manage. In fact, I think one of those spots might be right downstairs from us. Not here. But once we leave that spiraling path, we should go down instead of up. And I think there are 2 or maybe 3 of them down in Waterworks. Up, pile of old weapons. You find some usable weapons suitable for Wafi's purpose. Now, let's read this. Statue of Durin on the east side of the Great Delving. A great statue of Durin stands in Gadab Moor, south of Kadab Zahar. On the eastern side of the Great Delving. Durin's Threshold, I know where that one is. The Great Delving north of Dolven View. And the Chamber of Wisdom. Okay, I think I know where that is. So there's one in Thorak Bazan. Gamel Philek. Okay, so we're near another set. So we have a couple in the Silvertine Lodes. And we have at least 3 in the Silvertine Lodes. All right. Yeah. Bite me. So we want to go this way. If I read that right, there should be a set of armor on that platform over there. Or under it. Well, I mean, I'll take the scholar supplies. It's not necessarily what I'm looking for. Oh, hello, Mr. Sneak. Being all sneakity sneak. I'm not seeing any on top. So I could be very well in the wrong place. But we're having fun killing the goblins, so yay! And while I'm thinking about it, I know this is the best place for this, right? Nope, we don't have any points to spend. You stuck in there. Let me help you. We've done that mirror. It's pointing back that way. Oh, it was worth double checking. That was fun. Yeah, it's still pointing down that way. It is still... It is saying there is one over there. Alright, what did we miss the last time? Oh, hello, you. I don't have enough room. I'm not surprised. Oh, that's a very deep hole. Let's not fall down it. Oh yeah, hush. So it is definitely around here somewhere. Unless it is. Unless they're talking about the one we already got. I don't think they are. Then they very well could be. This might be a wild goose chase. Wait a second. You stinker. Sure enough, that's what the one they're talking about. I already got that one. Nice tracks. They almost look like they would be functional. Oh, hi.
Our resources are resolved to driving the orcs from our halls of old.
Well, I got some extra resources for you. So, here you go. Well, that might be useful for someone. Get rid of that. That might be useful for someone. That could be useful if I was a guardian. But since I'm not... Okay, nope. Alright, thank you, sir, for emptying my bags for me. What's this? Oh, the scavenger list. Okay. Alright, they said something about one being inside the goblin camp here. So let's go find out. I don't think it's in this portion. But goblins are easy to kill, so might as well find out. And I would say no. I see you, snake. Are you back again? Die already. think it's going to be anywhere. It's going to be in this portion. Oh, hello, you. I don't know. Can we actually fight this? Oh, we can. Ah. Right there. A lot of work for a pile of weapons. Okay, so that's two. That one I usually don't go looking for. Can you tell? I had the hardest time finding it. But we found it. It was there. How are we doing bag-wise? Well, we'll be doing better once we get rid of some of that stuff. I wonder how we're doing with our reputation. Ooh. Ally, so we're working towards kindred with both sides of the Moria dwarves. It is really, really easy to get kindred in Moria. It used to be a lot harder. But it's gotten to the point where you just do the quest and use the quest items that dropped. It is very easy. Now, if I remember right, the next set is going to be up here. This one I should somewhat remember. If I'm right. Yeah. Wow. There we go. So I actually remembered that one. And we're going to go back up front to Doran's threshold for number 4. That'll have us halfway done. And like I said, there are 2 or 3 down in
not long fill the halls of Khazad-dum.
2 or 3 down in waterworks. I cannot remember exactly. And then we'll just have to find one more somewhere. Or 2, depending. But I am almost certain there were 3 in waterworks. I'm kind of surprised they didn't put one in that old vault over there. Okay, 7 minutes left until we can port back to the 21st Hall. That's good, because that means after we get this one, we can head over to Rivendell. Because we have a legendary item that is missing a heraldic tracery. That one should be right there. Alright, so that is 4 of the 8 of those we need. And off to Rivendell we go to take care of our legendary weapon. So I'm wondering, I thought it was every 5 levels you had to reforge the new legendaries. It seems, to me, it's maybe every 10 levels, like it was with the old legendary system. I could be wrong about that. You know, I'm gonna have to look it up. Boy, this is a vastly different world from Moria, isn't it? You go from dark and dreary, and what the heck do you want? You want me to go to Imlad Galere?
You may be of service to me.
Okay, I'll do that in a second. I haven't even taken the quest to go to Imlad Galere, and I've been there already. That's hilarious. Now, heraldic traceries. Okay, so this we have Heraldry of the Serpent, which is actually a really good one because it gives us agility, vitality, and physical mastery. But what else do we have? Might, vitality. That's not going to work. Might, vitality. Agility, vitality, and physical mastery. So what's the difference between the Serpent, 15, 8, and 73? 11, 13, and 53. All right, so Sparrow has more vitality to the detriment of agility and physical mastery. But we've been holding off to get a slightly better heraldry. 13, 14, and 64. 17, 9, and 82. So it's not that much better than the Heraldry of the Serpent that we have on the crossbow. I think I'm going to go with the Heraldry of the Sparrow for the axe, just for the slightly better agility. And I'm going to go with the next level up of 1. I can use it, right? Yes, I can. So there's that. We can put that in there. So now that finally has something slotted in it. So neither of these has a word of craft, I think. That one definitely doesn't have a word of craft. That one, okay, neither of these has a word of craft. Word of power, word of craft, which I don't think we have. We can buy 1 of the lower levels. Okay. So we can only buy, I don't think we can buy rare. No, we would need 300 to buy rare. So we can buy uncommon. We can buy finesse, outgoing healing, critical rating, incoming healing, tactical mastery. That wouldn't be us. That tactical mastery is spellcasters. Finesse. More critical rating. Okay, let's go back to the first set. Physical mastery. Empowered blades. That might go good on the axe. Empowered block. That's definitely not really what we want. Critical rating. Evade, always a good choice for a hunter. Parry, not as good. I would take evade over parry. So, exemplary evasion and empowered evasion. They look identical. So what's the difference between them? Grand armor, physical mitigation, resist 67 to resistance rating. That could be good too. I really feel like I either want to go with the empowered blades or the empowered evasion. So I can improve the evade rating or I can improve the physical mastery rating. I really think evasion's probably going to be the better course of action. Hunters don't tend to do a whole lot of up close in your face fighting. But when they are up close, being able to evade a hit is always a good thing. But also, when up close and personal, being able to beat the snot out of your enemy is also a good thing. You know what? I'm going to go with Empowered Blade for this weapon. And for the crossbow, I will probably go with Evasion. Alright. So. So currently, the axe is full. We do need to upgrade or level up those two that we just added. We also need to sell some more junk because, good lord, our bags are full again. Anything we don't know? Ooh, Supreme Parable Recipe. It's for a lore master, but we can still learn how to do it. So, yay. Hi.
How may I be of service to you?
Well, you can buy my junk from me. That's what you can do. I would really, really love you if you bought all my junk from me. Anything else? Nope, that's it. Okay, thank you, sir.
What do you need?
What do I need? You really want to know? I don't think so. You're a dwarf. You don't. You're an elf. You don't actually care. Right. Enhancement rune. Let's go with just basic tier 1. It's not going to take that much. Dwarves seem nicer. Dwarves definitely do seem nicer. Most of the time, the elves are like, "Get out of my face." I'm like, "Yep, I'm out of your face." I mean, even my elf runekeeper has that problem. Alright, so those are leveled up. They can't level up very far, despite the fact that Thormurn is level 55. These can only level up to 52 right now. I wonder why. The items are supposed to level up with Thormurn, but he's level 55 and the weapon is only level 52? The same with the crossbow. Weird. 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 Now, is there anything I could... I have 40 ancient scrap. What did he... Wait. Word of craft is what he needs. You know what? We're going to break these down. I really want to get that finished. Alright, now we have enough ancient scripts to buy a word of craft for the crossbow. And I believe we have determined that evasion would be good for the crossbow. So, no dilly-dallying there. We went in the wrong place. That is definitely not where we want it to go. Oh, I think I'm on the wrong side. Or am I? That's the Hall of Rest. There we go. Wow, I just got lost in Urbandale. Go figure. Word of Craft. I believe that's what we wanted, right? Yes. And we want Empowered Evasion. So that, for the moment, completes that one. So both of his legendaries are fully kitted out with some basics. They are definitely not top tier anything. But I guess it doesn't matter because at some point he gets to replace them all anyway. Which is something else I really don't like about the new legendary, is that you have to replace all that stuff, and that cost him so much to do. It's not like he's swimming in ancient scripts or anything. Oh, I almost forgot. We're supposed to go to Imlad Galer. A boar. He has one of those. We do not ride it. Thormurn is, let's say he's very finicky. He doesn't see the purpose of riding dinner. Hello, Fox. Imlad Galer. I think this used to be a place where you did like your advanced crafting at. This would be where some of the superior crafting stations were. And so in order to use them, you had to get the reputation to enter. Hello.
How can I be of service?
We are pleased to have you among us, Thormurn. You're welcome to make use of any services we can provide.
May I help you?
Let's see what we got. We got some, oh! Well, he can learn a couple of, decorative recipes. So we're going to learn above weathertop painting. I do. I usually do that on, well, whatever character I think needs to do it. I think Thormurn did do Yule Festival, but sometimes it is my Hobbit Brawler. Sometimes it'll be my Mariner. But yes, I do festivals. A lot of decorative thises and that's. A lot of things that aren't any good. And yeah, I don't think he needs a long sleeve elven dress. That just wouldn't suit him. And he doesn't even have the standing with Rivendell to get it. What would that look like on him? Yeah, no. So we actually need to work on getting him kindred with Rivendell so he can get his steed. I did not know he didn't have that. Oops. Where is he with his Rivendell reputation? Friend. Okay, so he's not as far behind as I thought. He's friend, almost ally. But he does indeed need to work on that reputation. Get it up to kindred so he can get his horse. Seems like a shame that he can't get at least a couple of these horses, right? You know, I just thought of something. Now that I've added those items to the legendaries, I wonder if now they can be reforged. Probably not, but it's worth looking at. Someday I will actually understand the new legendary system. I'm starting to get the basics of it. I still prefer the old system. I feel like the new system was created with a bigger eye towards monetizing it, making it a pain in the behind so that people were encouraged to pay to get it done faster. And while granted, I don't deny them the want to make money and keep the game running, it's still kind of annoying. Alright, I guess we're going to find out here. My guardian has the old legendary weapons and crafting supplies. Yes, it was microtransaction thing. Yeah, that's what it feels like to me too. And be careful with the old legendaries, because my hunter still had her old legendaries up until recently. And then one day I happened to be looking at her legendaries, and it said damage 1 of 1. And I realized that they had zeroed out all the stats on the legendary weapons, the old legendary weapons, and she wasn't doing jack for damage anymore. And he can. Now that we've done that, he can upgrade these again. So we don't need to rename these. Yeah, yes. In fact, when I was talking about crafting guilds, one of the things I had pointed out was that we used to be able to make legendary items. Like my tailor would have been able to make a runekeeper's legendary satchel. I don't even know if the legendary vendor for the crafting guild does anything anymore. Alright, reforge. All tracery slots can be upgraded to level 60. One new slot has been unlocked. Alright, so we actually have opened up more stuff doing all that. We can now add a word of power to each of them. Of course, now we don't have anything to put because I broke what I had in order to upgrade these. Oops. Oh well. We will get stuff. I'm not worried about that. But it also said we can upgrade the things we have. Well, we happen to have a fair bit of things that we can use to upgrade with. So, we're going to do that.
What do you need?
Well, I need you to not be a... Aside from that. Oh, well, thank you for being here, Drive-By. You take care, too. Stay warm. Don't get frostbite or anything. Have a great night. Oh, I think I am almost done. I just want to finish this one last thing. All right, so start with the level 1 enhancement runes. And we'll start with the Heraldry of the Sparrow. And let's do 2 of them. I got it to 54. Next, Fry the Hunter. Two of them. Press onward and cooldown heal. 2. Empowered Blades. 2. So those are all leveled to 54 at the moment. This leveling stuff was definitely easier in the old system. Now it's like we have to sit there and go through this slow process, which is annoying. All right, we only have 2 of these level 3s. We have a whole bunch of level 2s. Holy smokes, we have a whole bunch of level 2s. And it looks like it'll only take 3 of them to max that out. It will. Okay, so that one is... the items on it are maxed. That's why I sit there and save every single one of these and just sit there and patiently wait. Alright, so all of those are maxed. We need to get some more ancient scripts so we can get a word of power for each of them. But now we have slightly improved weapons. No complaints about that. And no complaints about a little sunshine either. Although it's a little cloudy. It's overcast. However, it is also 10 p.m. I have to get an early head out to bed because I have a 7 a.m. appointment tomorrow. So, yep, sleep is a thing. I have to do it. However, I do want to thank everybody that stopped by. So, thank you to Drive By. Again, I hope you have a great night and stay warm. Thank you to JV. Really appreciate you stopping by. I enjoyed the conversation. I'm kind of glad to talk to somebody else who's played the game for a while. Appreciate it. And thank you to everybody else who came in, who stopped in, popped in and out, stuck around a little while, maybe didn't say anything. I still appreciate you all. I know you're there. But next time, say hi. I promise I don't bite. Now, either tomorrow or Thursday, we're going to be doing a little Path of Exile 2. And we'll be seeing, I think, I want to test out the new rogue a little more. I was kind of sort of having fun with that. But we'll see. Friday, we'll be doing some more Morrowind. And Sunday, we'll be back in LOTRO. So if you don't want to miss any of the fun, and you haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe, do all the fun clicky things the website wants you to do. You know you want to do it. But for now, I am going to go feed a cat, find a pillow, and get ready for my long day tomorrow. So have a great night. Have a great Wednesday. And until next time, bye for now. Thank you, JP. I'll see you later too.